Sasrikal students, today we are going to start the chapter circle in standard 9th. Very interesting. First, we want to discuss what is a circle. Let me draw a circle first. Well, the wise people always say the circle can never be reinvented. Once it is invented, somebody cannot add any other dimension to a circle. It's invented means invented. It cannot be reinvented. Now, what is a circle? The definition of circle is given here, students. The collection of all the points in a plane. Obviously, this is a plane. I can call it XY plane. Collection of all the points in a plane which are at fixed distance from a fixed point. Now, there is a fixed point. Let's say this is a fixed point. I may name it O. From this fixed point, n number of points. So many points are there. 100, 1000, 10,000 points. All those points are at fixed distance. Means this distance is fixed. So if I join thousands of points which are at fixed distance from a given point, and loci of all the points means if I just join all those points and I take thousands and lakhs of those points, what I get is a circle. It's very interesting circle. All right. So students, all these points are at equal distance from the center of the circle, and this equal distance is known as the, yes students, it's known as the radius of the circle. All right. Now, the radius always is, the magnitude of radius always is constant, and the radius always is taken positive. Same is the case with double the radius. Now, if I double the radius, what I get is diameter of the circle, right? Denoted by small letter d. Oh, this is always taken positive, never taken negative. All right. Now, we discuss what is interior, exterior of a circle, students. Well, all the area which are outside the circle, let's say this point P is here, is in the exterior of the circle, and any point inside the circle, we can say this is the interior of the circle. And somebody, let's say a point is here, then we will say the point is at the center of the circle. Now, let's discuss what is chord, students. Now, any straight line you draw, see, from a point on the circumference of the circle, this line which is joining all the points which are at equal distance from the center is known as periphery of the circle or circumference of circle. So all the points on the circumference, let's say I take two distinct points, students, on the periphery, or I say on the circumference of the circle. Let's say I join these 2 points. This is known as, yes, this is known as chord of the circle. All right, it's really great. So this is known as chord. I'll write it C-H-O-R-D, chord of a circle. Students, it's very interesting to see that if I draw a chord, I can take any 2 points and draw a chord and see something very interesting. This is the center of the circle. Suppose I keep drawing chords, and the distance of the chord is, let's say, increasing from the center point. You see the length of chord starts decreasing. Very strange. Smaller, smaller, and smaller, and ultimately at the end this chord reduces to a single point on the periphery. All right. So, but then it doesn't remain a chord, because the definition of chord is a line segment which is joining two distinct points on the circumference of the circle. And see, students, another thing, if I draw the chord close to the center, see, the length of the chord is, yes students, length of the chord is increasing. It keeps increasing to the extent, students, if this chord touches, if this chord touches the center, then this chord, converts into
Diameter.
Diameter.
diameter of the circle, which is equal to twice the radius. So I can always say diameter is double of radius. I can always say diameter is the biggest chord in a circle. And obviously the biggest chord will definitely pass through the, it will definitely pass through the center of the circle. All right. So this is all about chord. If I draw a chord away from the center, see, the length of chord is decreasing. If I draw chords towards the center, the length of the chords is increasing. All right. Now, what is arc? What is a arc? So, students, now if I talk about uh, any 2 points again on the periphery of the circle, on the circumference of the circle, let's say this point is A and this point is B. So students, this part of the circumference, this circular distance AB, is known as arc. Now, very interesting thing, students. You see that whenever I draw a arc AB, right, automatically there is another arc. I can say, let's say, and this point is P on the circumference of circle. Then there's another arc APB, which is bigger than this arc AB. So I have arc AB, and corresponding to this, I have another arc. Now I cannot say this bigger arc is also AB, it will create confusion. So better I write one point. I take one point on the circumference, and this is arc APB. So guys, arc APB I can see is a bigger arc. So this is known as major arc, because it's bigger in size, it's more in length, right? And by the way, what is the unit of the arc? Suppose arc AB, what will be unit of arc? Can any student tell me what will be unit of arc? The unit of arc is, its unit would be the unit of length, right? Centimeter or meter, or if it is a very big circle, in kilometer, etc. Or maybe a very small circle, it may be in millimeter, maybe smaller than that. So this is all, this arc AB now, which is a smaller one, is known as, this
Minor
is
arc.
minor arc. So students, remember that for every minor arc, there is a major arc. All right. So another thing. Now, see, this is arc AB. Arc AB, let's say I join center with point A and center with point B. Now students, interesting things, arc AB, I use the word subtend. What is the word I use? I use the word subtend, SUBTEND. I say that arc AB subtends angle theta on the center of the circle. So this angle will be theta. Now students, you can very easily tell me if the minor arc AB subtends angle theta on the center, can you tell me the major arc will subtend which angle?
360 degree minus theta.
Oh, this is the brain. All right, a new brain with us. So now we can say, I hope students you are writing down or you just enjoying listening to me. It's better to take down notes. The major arc we have named as APB. We can write subtends angle 360 minus theta on the center of the circle. All right, so you got the meaning of what is the meaning of subtending the angle. Now which is the angle the major arc is subtending, students? The major arc is this APB. This is subtending angle of this one. So this is 360 minus theta if this angle is theta. So guys, this is the concept of arcs. All right. Not only this, how can we find the length of arc? Let's discuss that also. How can we find the length of arc? See students, what is the circumference of a circle? Can you tell me? What can be the biggest arc in a circle? What is the length of biggest arc in a circle? The biggest arc is actually the circumference of circle. And can you tell me if r is the radius of the circle, what is the value for circumference of circle? It
2
is
pi r.
2 pi r. So this understanding of the circumference helps us to calculate the length of a arc, minor arc or major arc. How? So we try to use a trick. What is the trick? The trick is if the angle, okay, and the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, corresponding to this circumference 2 pi r, what is the angle? Corresponding to 2 pi r, what will be the angle? See, if the angle is 360 minus theta, this is the arc. If the angle becomes complete 360, then the arc AB becomes the circumference of the circle. I repeat once again, if the angle is 360, this complete angle, this, if the angle is complete, then 360 degree angle is subtended by which arc? Another question. 360 degree angle is subtended by which arc? So you will say that arc is the circumference of the circle. Am I right? So I can say if the angle is 360 degree, then what is the length of arc? The arc is the
360.
No, if the angle is 360 degree, then the arc becomes circumference. And what is the length of circumference? 2 pi
2
r.
pi r.
If it is 1 degree, what is the length of arc? 2 pi r divided by 360. And if the angle is theta, then what is the length of the arc? It will be 2 pi r by 360 into theta. So students, if theta is given, this is the way you can find the length of the arc. So length of arc is 2 pi r divided by 360 into theta. All right, that's great. So last two things, students. Again, I draw a circle. Now I want to understand what is the meaning of segment. What is that? Segment. Student, to understand the meaning of segment, it's better you take a minor arc. Let's say I take point A and then I take point B, right? Now I know that AB is the minor arc, all right? AB is the minor arc, right? Or simply arc. Now, students, uh, join AB. What did I say? You join AB. When you join AB, I get some area. I get some area between arc AB and chord AB. Very interesting. What is arc AB? Arc AB is this one, students. And where is a chord AB? Chord AB is this one. I've just had it. Am I right? It's a straight distance. It's a straight line. Chord is a straight line. Arc is a curve. Arc is a curve. Whereas chord is a line segment. It's a line segment. So the area between this arc, I will say area bounded by arc and corresponding chord is known as segment. All right, once again, this area, obviously its units will be centimeter square or meter square or whatever it is, right? So what is a segment? Let's take RKB. This is RKB, and then corresponding to the same arc, the end points of the arc, if we join, we get a chord AB, right? The area in between RKB and chord AB, this area is known as segment. Now, students, obviously you will think that, sir, there is another segment also corresponding to this. Can any student tell me? See, this is another segment.
So
This is the
bounded
area
by
of,
major arc AB.
very right. It is bounded by major arc and
AB and
let's see,
chord
it's
AB.
bounded by what? So let's say again, if I want to name a major arc, I will have to write a point here. So what is a major arc? Major arc is A, P, B. Some people also write it like this, right? So this is the area bounded by major arc APB. And what are the endpoints of APB? AB. So again, chord AB, area bounded by major arc APB and chord AB. This area is shown by curved lines like that of Earth. This is the, you can say, major segment. In 10th class, we'll teach you how to calculate area of segment. All right. So this is major segment. And the last thing we want to learn about circle before I finish this chapter is sector. So let's see, students, what is a sector. You see a lot of sectors, sector 1, sector 2. So what is actually a sector in mathematics? So students, here you take the center of the circle, all right, and what do? You just draw two radius. You draw two radius, make sure those radius are not overlapping. Means you can also say, sir, I've drawn two radius, one radius, right? And then you say, sir, I've drawn another radius on this only. No, not like this. Not like this. You draw two distinct radius, not overlapping. So students, you see that interesting thing. This is also radius. This is also radius. Their length being equal. So this may be OA. This may be OB, are two radii. So now students, the the area between these two radii, area between these two radii, OA and OB, and a minor arc. What is a minor arc? Tell me, students, which is a minor arc? Nobody is able to tell. Minor
AB.
arc, AB.
AB.
Minor arc. I'm sorry, I'm not able to draw properly. Sorry, please excuse my drawing. The area bounded by two radii. I hope you're writing. Area bounded by two radii and an arc is known as sector. Student, if it is minor arc, this will be minor sector, and if it is major arc, now APB is the major arc. This APB is the major arc. So area bounded by major arc and again two radii. This is one radii. This is second radii. So the area between the major arc APB and two radii is this area. Right, students? So this area is known as, can anyone tell me?
Major sector. Major
Oh,
sector.
that's beautiful. This is known as major. Please don't call it tractor. It is sector. This is major sector, students. And this is your minor sector. That's all for today. So we have almost covered all the definitions and their meaning and in an interesting way. I wish you all the best, and I request humbly to share this video I'll be sending with your friends. Goodbye and good luck. Wait for the next video next time.